Okay, everyone, we're looking at question number 7 on the test review, where we are given two tables and we're asked to write the system of equations, so one equation for each table, in standard form. Now, Desmos is very helpful to put in tables, but it will only give us y equals mx plus b, so we will have to convert them to standard form. So let's start out by putting in that first table into Desmos. Oops, wrong thing. Here we go. So plus, add a table, and we're going to add that first table that we see on there. I'm going to put in my x's first, -4, -1, 2, 5. Make sure you put them in order. And then the y's, 6, 3, 0, -3. Right here on the next line, we are going to type our equation, y1 tilde mx1 plus b. Remember, it's kind of like y equals mx plus b, but we have to use those ones, and instead of an equal sign, we use the tilde symbol. And there it is. Our m is -1, and our b is 2. So our slope is -1, and our y-intercept is 2. Let's write that down. So we've got y equals -1x plus 2. So now let's go ahead and take care of the second table. And instead of going in and erasing the one you already have, let's just leave that on there and we'll just delete the data and type in new data. Okay, our new data for table number 2, I'm going to type in my x's, -3, 0, 3, 6. And now my y's, -1, 5, 11, and 17. And I have my m and b. So I didn't have to retype in the equation y1 tilde mx1 plus b. And I didn't need to see both lines on the graph unless I was trying to find where they intersect. And I was not trying to find that. All I'm trying to do is write the equations. So our slope is 2 and our y-intercept is 5. So let's write that down. Y equals (2x plus 5). Now both of these are in slope-intercept form and we need to convert them to standard. Now you'll notice in standard form the x and the y are both on the left side. So somehow we need to get them over to the other side. So I'm going to add 1x here because it's the opposite of negative. The opposite of -1 is +1, and they would add it to 0. But if I add it on the right side, I also need to add it on the left. So we have a +1x, a +1y, and on the right side we have +2. Now, if this was the STAR test or one of our tests, you won't see those ones because they'll be imaginary and it will look more like this, x plus y equals 2. And we know we're done because there are no fractions and the first term, the a term, the x, is positive. So now let's go ahead and look at the second one. Once again, we're trying to get the x to the left side, and since it's a positive 2x, we're doing the opposite and minusing, because 2x minus 2x is 0. But if I do it on the right side, remember I also have to do it on the left side. So we have a -2x, a +1y, an equal sign, and on the right side, all you have left is +5. Now we're not done because, as I said earlier, the first term, the x term, has to be positive and currently it is not. So we're going to multiply the entire equation by -1 to make it positive, because a negative times a negative is a positive 2x. -1 times y is -y, and -1 times 5 is -5. So there is your system of equations, one for each table in standard form. Make sure on your test that you show all of your work.